You've seen them dominate on the field. The explosions, the touchdowns, the roaring crowds. But what happens when the lights go off and the helmet comes down? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the secret businesses NFL stars use to stay rich after retirement. And it's not just endorsements and real estate. From little-known franchise strategies to high-growth tech plays and even businesses they quietly run out of their hometowns, these moves create long-term wealth that lasts decades. In this video, I'll show you 9 specific business types where retired NFL players funnel their income. The why behind each choice, the risks they avoid, and the exact plays, yes, playbook metaphors incoming, that turn a short pro career into generational wealth. Stick around because in the final section, I'll reveal a surprising trick most fans never hear about. It's simple, legal, and used by very few players. But it can change how you think about athlete money forever. Later, I'll explain the one structure that transforms a player's brand into a cash-producing machine, even when they're not in the spotlight. And it's easier than you think. Franchises and local businesses. One of the most common moves is buying franchises. Coffee shops, fast food chains, fitness studios. Why? Franchises offer a repeatable model, brand recognition, and an operations playbook. For many players, the franchise becomes a local cash engine, reliable revenue, community reputation, and a visible place to host events. Beyond quick cash, franchises serve as training grounds for later, bigger business moves. But the smart players don't just buy one store. They scale regionally, building a mini empire. They deploy their name for marketing, hire experienced general managers, and keep their own role strategic rather than operational. That lowers risk and keeps the players' time free for endorsements or new investments. Wait until you hear how some players use one small franchise to attract high-ticket partners into completely different ventures. It's a networking hack that multiplies returns. Real estate syndications and passive income. Real estate is classic, but the play many stars use is syndication. They become limited partners or lead sponsors in apartment complexes, industrial parks, or mixed-use developments. Instead of managing units, they bring capital plus marketing power and let experienced operators run day-to-day. Syndications provide passive cash flow, tax benefits, and the chance to scale into institutional-sized deals. Some players eventually promote deals. They use their platform to help raise capital, taking equity and carry as compensation. That turns a trusted name into a recurring income stream without the headaches of property management. Keep watching. In a bit, I'll break down the single visual investor show to players that signals a deal is worth joining. It's not what you think. Private equity and venture funds. A growing number of retired players become limited partners in private equity or launch their own venture funds. The attraction? High returns and the ability to back early-stage tech or consumer companies that match their brand. Players bring unique distribution advantages. A loyal fan base, genuine influence, and instant credibility for consumer startups. Successful players treat funds like a diversified second career. They invest in multiple sectors, use fintech, health tech, sports tech, but they're selective. The sweet spot is businesses with scalable unit economics and strong founders. Later, we'll talk about the due diligence checklist many players copy from their financial advisors to avoid the costly startup trap. It's 3 non-negotiables. Athlete-branded consumer products. Another profitable lane is athlete-branded consumer products, from apparel and nutrition to niche gadgets. The difference between a failed and successful brand is authenticity. Players who genuinely use or co-create the product win trust. Those who slap a name onto an unrelated item don't. Smart veterans partner with experienced product teams, take minority equity, and keep royalties aligned with sales performance. The brand becomes a leveraged asset. It sells merchandise, opens doors for sponsorships, and can eventually be sold outright. Below, I'll reveal the one product category that keeps selling year after year even when a star's relevance fades. It's quietly evergreen. Sports performance clinics and training academies. Leaning into their expertise, many players launch performance clinics or training academies. These businesses monetize coaching credibility, youth camps, specialized training, rehab, and recovery services. The advantage: the business is highly brand-driven and scales via licensing or franchising. Players who open clinics often hire top coaches and medical staff, turning the place into a local authority. More advanced strategies include data-driven offerings, performance tracking apps, proprietary training protocols, or membership-based models that generate recurring revenue. I'll share a simple membership pricing hack that turns an intermittent revenue business into reliable monthly cash. You'll want to write this down. Media, production, and content companies. Players are increasingly launching media companies, podcasts, YouTube channels, production houses, building content IP that keeps paying after retirement. Why content? Because audience plus storytelling equals monetization through ads, sponsorships, and licensing. The smartest creators treat content as an asset. They package series, license archival footage, and create evergreen formats. A well-produced docu-series or podcast can be sold to networks or streamed, turning past fame into long-term income. In the outro, I'll explain how one evergreen content strategy can net consistent six-figure yearly revenue with just a small, high-quality team. Esports and gaming investments. You might not expect it, but many athletes invest in esports teams, gaming platforms, and streaming startups. Esports offers youthful demographics, sponsorship alignment, and multiple monetization channels: tournaments, merchandising, and media rights. Players who invest here often cross-promote. They bring gaming audiences to their personal brands and vice versa, creating network effects across fan bases. Coming up, the one audience crossover metric that tells players whether an esports bet is worth the risk. Financial services and advisory firms. Some retirees turn the lessons they learned the hard way into financial services. Advisory firms that help athletes manage money, insurance products for player-specific risks, or fintech tools tailored to contract-based income. These businesses are sticky. Once you capture a client's financial life, you keep them long-term. Players who build these firms often partner with seasoned finance professionals and use trust and empathy as their moat. This combination of credibility plus industry knowledge is irresistible to younger pros. Soon I'll share the 3 questions players ask before signing with any financial partner. These questions have saved fortunes, social enterprises, and long-term legacy projects. Finally, many players invest in social enterprises, businesses that solve community problems while generating revenue. Think affordable housing projects, workforce development companies, or minority-owned business incubators. These ventures align personal mission with long-term impact and can attract philanthropic dollars, tax credits, and patient capital. For players, social enterprises are a way to convert celebrity into durable community value, creating a long-lasting legacy while also producing sustainable income streams. Right after this section, we'll go into the single organizational structure, used by surprisingly few players, that makes charitable impact and profit work together efficiently. The little-known structural trick. Here it is, the trick I teased, building a family office with an operating company. Many players assume family offices are only for billionaires. That's wrong. A small, focused family office that combines investment management with an operating company, the business that runs franchises, clinics, or media, creates alignment. Profits flow into investable pools. Management is centralized, and tax/legal planning becomes cleaner. This structure lets players professionalize their finances, hire a CFO, and use a single vehicle to fund new deals and support philanthropic goals. It's not flashy, but it's the backbone of long-lasting wealth. So there you have it. 9 proven business plays. NFL stars used to stay rich after retirement. Franchises, real estate syndication, private equity, branded products, performance clinics, media, esports, financial firms, and social enterprises. Plus the small family office trick that ties them all together. If you're inspired, remember the three common threads behind every successful athlete business. 1. Leverage your brand authentically. 2. Hire professionals early. And 3. Favor recurring revenue over one-off sales. Those are the plays that turn a short career into multi-generational wealth. If you like this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell me which business you think gives the highest upside for retired players. Want a follow-up? I can break down the due diligence checklist players use before investing. 3 non-negotiables, no fluff. Drop a comment and I'll make it next.